Well, if you've noticed, ABC programming froze up around 10:30 or so. That means we're going to stay with you for the foreseeable future as this storm leaves us.
Aren't you excited? We don't have to say goodnight yet, but you know what we do have to say? We want to thank the emergency personnel, the nurses, the doctors, the people who have worked, the nurses. I'm thinking right now, Robin Garvin at MCG, thank you so much for you and your staff spending the night to keep people safe.
I tell you, they never, ever clock out, especially during times of crisis. And if you'd like to show your support, you can go to the WJBF News Channel 6 Facebook page. You will see a graphic just like this one. Go ahead and show the viewers, Linda. And when you see that thank you, you just like it and it lets them know, or share it, or both, that you stand behind them. We're back in just a few seconds, right, y'all?
In purple, a rare ice storm warning. Rare ice storm, I'm sorry. Jennie is having a few potato chips to sustain her through this long night. And I think they're Lay's potato chips. You can't eat just one.
Linda, take camera two. Linda, take camera two real quick. I want to show y'all something. Jennie, please.
Are you kidding me? Are you going to make me do this?
So, okay,
How embarrassing. I just grabbed it from the back. I wasn't going to eat the whole thing.
And it's the only available at Costco. Hold on a second.
No.
Of course the mic's not on. Could anything else happen on Ice Night 24? So she's got the Costco-approved bag of Lay's, and she's doing this. And George is like, and ice is falling from the sky. And Jennie's doing this. And oh, no, you were justified in your laughter.
Oh, my gosh.
This could feed an army.
Okay, I'm not going to eat it all. I just grabbed it out in the break room.
No, I know. I know you're not going to eat it all, but the size is hilarious.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, George needed that sustenance to continue.
He did.
It
made me start sweating.
Our extended coverage of Ice Storm 2014.
Yeah. We're
going to ride this thing out, folks.
We are. We're going to save that storm. You get out of the CSRA ice storm. We hate you. You get on out to that ocean.
Those are good, too, Jennie. Have to get a Dr. Pepper with that later. A lot of pictures have come in from our folks all across.
The ice lady, and Linda, you may be able to get a little tighter on that.
Not a snowman.
Yeah, look at that. And it looks like there are some sort of, maybe like a mop or something she has for hair, and then her eyes are red. She's mad because her snowman husband is golfing on the snow-covered course. So she's a little bit fiery, no question about it. And we showed this at 11 o'clock. I don't think we can show it too much, though. Meg, thanks for that, and roll tide to you, girl. Trees blocking driveways in Blythe, Georgia. Yeah, that was a similar story all over the place today as people had trouble getting to and from their homes. And look at Maddie Elledge up at Young Harris College. Pardon me, Jennie, she and her friend got kind of creative when they were searching for some sleds.
They had to go buy floats at Walmart so they could sled down those North Georgia mountains and hills.
I hope they had a lot of fun, and I hope they stayed safe. And let's see, this is, I don't know if that's a snow picture, and then here's something that says, why do people talk behind you behind your back? SMH. No, that's just a normal Facebook post. There's my wife, Julie. It's some sort of function, and I guess I've run out of timeline feeds.
And they are working because there have been so many power outages, and we, of course, have had trouble here at Television Park, just like you have at home. Yeah. We're still with you right now because we don't have a signal from ABC. So we're not trying to take Jimmy Kimmel away or anything like that. You're either looking at us or you're looking at just black on your TV screen. So
right.
We're feeling it, folks. We're feeling it.
We are. Although if you keep it here long enough, there are some Kimmel-esque moments. Especially the later it gets.
The punchier we get,
so
for sure.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
But right now, that's the situation here across the CSRA. Yes, Chris, we are on the air live speaking to thousands of people.
Chris's world, and we're just passing through it.
Chris Kane just stepped into the studio, the anchor of Good Morning Augusta. He's here early.
Chris, you're 6 hours,
Can you
5
punch
hours
us up?
early.
Can you punch us up?
You saw yourself on TV.
Look who's here.
Actually,
good morning.
Hey, good morning.
I
actually brought a little breakfast this morning.
What is that?
It's
good because there's no food left here.
It's a protein shake. So,
except my gigantic bag of Lay's potato chips under the desk.
I'm going to have a bottle of Ensure and some Lay's.
We just had our morning meeting already.
Wow.
For GMA. So,
you smell good.
Oh,
You do. You smell fresh.
Yes, you do.
I'm not gonna tell you what I'm wearing. So, you guys doing okay?
Yeah, everything is A-okay.
We just saw you in front of Augusta National, and here you are in the studio.
It's no time to sleep during this stretch, that's for sure.
Don't you agree, though, that the National has probably totally cleaned up those limbs by now?
I would think so, but you know there's a lot of trees down around the golf course. So, but that was some scene yesterday, standing in front of Magnolia Lane and seeing the icicles on the trees and on the main gate there, and on the sign too.
Yeah,
you know?
Icicles everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it did look like something out of the North Pole.
And it was 60 some odd magnolia trees.
Yeah, I think it's what, 61 now.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
May I share this because of what you just said? You said it looked like something out of the North Pole. Okay, this is how 20-year-old son, movie obsessed, describes things. He goes, "Mom, the neighborhood is falling apart." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "It's like that scene in Avatar." And so my daughter chimes in on this group text, "Send pictures." He goes, "Can't. Of course, it's dark out.
Right.
We'll send in the morning."
But like a scene from Avatar.
Yeah.
I wonder
Scene from Avatar.
Wonder if that pretty blue lady is in the neighborhood. Hey, Linda, Linda, take camera 3 and point it at the plasma. This will reassure people as they retire for the evening if they haven't already. Okay. Linda, try to pull camera 3 around to the plasma if you can. There you go. Y'all, let this image be in your brain as you go to sleep. This is my dog, Millie. And Millie is protecting the neighborhood right now. And I want you to remember her laser-like eyes. She can actually see through the storm system into the heavens. And Millie tells me that the storm is going away. Look at her eyes drilling through the sky. Remember, this segment of News Channel 6 at Midnight is brought to you by EAS
nice.
Advantage.
We had a pointer. Did you see we had a pointer?
Oh, yeah, look at her eyes, Chris. Oh, yeah, they're white hot. But Millie's a golden doodle, and she's a little angel. Brought to you by Advantage. Keeping Chris Kane regular for more than 90 years. No,
and Lay's. Don't forget the Lay's show.
Also brought to you by world's most gigantic bag of Lays. Which I think that's too small for Costco. Please hold it up again, the family size.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. Brad, do you ever go to the grocery store?
Yeah,
I
but I
mean,
don't.
It's a bag of potato chips.
I mean, this is absolutely party size.
Okay, if you're comparing that to the bags in our vending machine in the back, it's extraordinarily large.
It is. It's impressive.
But
well, at least I know we won't die.
We won't die.
No.
We don't.
We're going to be fine. I tell you what, though, you can be safe by staying in with your gigantic bag of chips, and you're insured.
And Chris left it for you, I guess.
Right.
Waffle House plans to continue dishing out its food and service for the long haul.
We are.
That's good.
And management is going to be here no matter what.
Okay, so
Wait.
you may not know this, but we do know that Waffle House did close.
Yeah, they did close right after our story aired. And FEMA does gauge a community's progress after bad weather by the operation of Waffle House. And they keep an eye on Home Depot to see how long they can hold out. Didn't you eat at Waffle House? Didn't it reopen?
Well, it was a different one.
Oh, okay.
They hadn't closed. But the other thing I learned from people on Facebook was that Walmart is another one that doesn't close.
Okay, Walmart, yeah.
And she told me, we closed some Walmarts today. So there again, ooh.
That's bad.
Yeah.
I tell you, the feedback we're getting from Facebook right now is that you're not having a peaceful time to go to sleep. All you hear outside your homes, am I right, is the sound of cracking. It's like the minute it past midnight, all the trees started breaking.
And we want to show more pictures, and the easiest way for us to show them is if you go to our fan pages. Go to either Jennie, WJBF, I don't even know the call letters anymore, we've been on the air so long, or Brad's at WJBF, and if you send us your pictures, we can get them up and share them with everybody else. We're working on that right now. In the meantime, let's see what some of you are sending to us on our Facebook pages. Let's go to Brad now.
Jenny, it can't hurt to look at our furry friends again, can it, as people continue to send in pictures. A lot of them were animal themed today as our friends tried to make it through the ice and snow. Look at this beautiful golden retriever hanging on top. I don't know if you can tell in that picture, but he's hanging on top of a brick wall in his backyard. There's his partner there, peering off in the background, wondering why he can't be a part of that wall hanging. It's because a limb is draped across their wall. So he's patiently saying, look, I don't have anywhere to go. I want to be up there with my buddy. Somebody get that limb out of here. And then this dog, his name is Hudson, and Hudson just has kind of a forlorn look, just sort of a, Daddy, take me back inside. This is no longer amusing. And that's my dog, Millie. Millie is guarding our home.
We explained to you that we don't have the ABC signal, so it's either nothing or us. And we just love you so much. We don't want to leave because the news never stops.
The Channel 6 News team bringing you weather coverage you can count on. Kimberly Scott, WJBF News Channel 6.
Did y'all see that little glimpse of Mike Miller in that monitor?
Yeah, he was like standing there at the ready.
He there was a red glow on Mike when he was out. I think he was in the Satellite Garden at one point. He reminded me of Shaun White. You know, with Shaun White.
The Flying Tomato?
Yeah, because he's cut all his hair off for the Olympics. And I kept thinking how much Mike in that red glow reminded me of Shaun White.
Meteorologist Ed Bloodsworth has risen from his queen-size air mattress. Ed, George, as you know, had, I don't know if you knew this, he had that queen-size air mattress set up in the lobby, and it was so funny to see people try to clock out earlier and go home. And they're like, how do I get out of here? Ed's asleep. Because he was in the lobby, and so they tiptoe past him. I'm sure he heard him. It was probably worst night's sleep ever.
Poor guy.
He was down for a grand total of maybe 2 hours.
Guys, thankfully, it looks like at this point, really the worst of this storm is over, but still got about another 12 hours to get through. George, Jenny?
All right, thank you so much. And I got to brag on Ed. The man is tireless. He's been here well over 24 hours, and he's still going strong. And I doubt if he got a whole lot of sleep, as nice as his mattress is, there in the lobby. But Ed's done a great job, along with Jason Nappy. Just great.
And I believe the gentleman beside me has been here over 24 hours also.
Yeah, well, we've all been hanging around the building quite a long time. It's kind of grown accustomed to it, that's for sure.
This is a gigantic snowball. Jenny, is that your hand? It's Michelle Muse. Oh, and my wife texts, can you please help me put food in the cooler and on the back porch when you get home? I can. I will help you do that when I get home at 5,000 o'clock, Julie. Okay, hold on a second. Now this is, I have these two, Jen.
Her dog. I know. Show the dog first.
That's a dog?
The black and the, yes, isn't that a dog?
Oh, I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a dog. It's either a dog, I think if a dog and a hedgehog had a baby.
That's Michelle's too.
Michelle, you have a beautiful animal.
And now we have a cat from Joyce Marie Lucky.
All right, Joyce is on there too?
Yeah.
Let me make sure, Jen.
I saw it.
This'll
The next one down there. Go, no, the other way. See
this
that?
One? Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. You're trying to trick me, aren't you?
No, I'm not. See where it says.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
Gorgeous cat. That's Angus Lucky.
Look at that beautiful, beautiful cat indeed. And John Hart just sent me an image of a tree falling on Broad Street. Becca on Twitter sent that one in. And I bet you if I try to access it, the whole thing will go to pot. But look at that sweater, and a great outfit for the cat to have on tonight.
The cat stayed inside today.
Didn't go outside at all.
She just says, Angus, staying in the house.
Well, I'm glad that Angus is warm, and that's a reminder to all of you to bring your furry friends in. I know it's fun to watch them traipse around on the ice, and I know, of course, they have to go outside for other reasons, but get them right back in so that they can stay with you through the 2014 ice storm. A storm, thankfully, based on what we've been seeing from meteorologists Ed Bloodsworth and George Myers, is making its way out of here. So now our thoughts and prayers are going to be with our friends in the Northeast as they get what is left of this storm and as it re-strengthens thanks to this little thing we call the Atlantic Ocean and pounds them, and that's going to dominate national headlines for the next few days for sure. So we will know what they are going through when this week wraps up and they are really feeling Mother Nature's fury. But again, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and keep your photographs coming. I know that the crew, when they come in the morning, are going to want to share some more of those photographs. And I know when Jenny and George and I get back here tomorrow afternoon, we're going to want to continue to share those pictures as well, sharing them then at a time when we're all looking back on the storm that was, Jenny.
Yes, indeed, George. You're Brad, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Jenny, I wanted to say something. A man named Kelvin Neal just Facebooked me, and he said that his family and his wife had a baby at 1:40 this afternoon, and because of the ice storm, nobody has been able to come see the baby, but Kelvin Neal, if the family is watching, did have the child, and we're trying, Mr. Neal.
Maybe his wife did.
Well, his wife did, yeah, but we're trying to
if he had it, we missed the big story. We thought it was the ice storm.
That is our top story, if Kelvin had the baby. But we're trying to get the picture up, Kelvin. If we don't before our time runs out here in the next 9 hours or so, then we're sorry, but we want to let you know we are in receipt of your Facebook message, and we're trying to find that picture.
And congratulations.
And congratulations, Dad.
Wonderful.
What a happy memory there will be of this day.
That's right.
You'll never remember the ice that fell from the sky or the trees that cracked, right?
And the Weather Channel called this storm Pax. That could be a perfect name for a baby.
Oh, it sure
Because
could.
you know what it means?
What does it mean?
It means peace. It's the Latin word for peace.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, Pax.
Facts.
Yeah, that sounds better than deuces, doesn't it?
It's funny. Facts.
Pax. Ed, have you found that picture of Mr. Neal's baby?
To go ahead and get that up, and very quick, once we get the picture, I'll go ahead and just punch up a weather graphic, so we'll try to get that up again before our time runs out. Pax for peace. Nice little Latin lesson this morning. I love it, Jenny. Thank you.
And while you're hunkering down, we hope that you are spending time with family, and a lot of you spending time with your pets. And you've been sending pictures to us on Facebook and Twitter, and Brad's going to share some of those right now.
And while I'm searching for those, I will remind you all that this segment of pictures on Facebook is brought to you by World's Most Gigantic Bag of Lay's. Jenny brought this bag in. You know what? I don't see why y'all waste so much money, parents, on video games and other expensive things, because this bag of chips has provided us more entertainment over the past 19 to 45 hours than anything else. And I credit Jenny for bringing in World's Biggest Bag of Lay's. It is, look, it comes up to my sternum. Oh, and Kelvin Neal, the dad. Kelvin Neal,
does he have the picture?
He just Facebooked me and said that it was okay if we couldn't find the picture, that his wife was cracking up watching us about when we said that he had had the baby. Because Mr. Neal did not have the baby, Mrs. Neal did, but their child is great. And we are searching. Ed, I'm sure, is feverishly looking for the picture of the baby. And by feverishly looking, I mean laying down on the floor getting some more sleep. Ed, come on.
Find it. I'm really good at this.
You know what? I'm trying my best to get it up here. I promise you.
Was it on Facebook?
Is it on Facebook? I know.
No, it's at that weather address where the photos go. Like
weather.
Well,
no,
I'm just gonna,
no. Mr. Neal's supposed to like us.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I'm very intimidated just by the way you're standing there, Brad.
Yes, I have had it.
But I have a story.
Yeah, you have a story, Jenny.
Yes. Because I want to say something to Mrs. Neal, brand new mom, Mrs. Neal. I know how you feel. We gave him the credit for having that baby, and that was wrong. I didn't. I stood up and said, wait a minute. If he had the baby, that is our top story, not the ice storm. So Brad, made a correction and admitted that you actually had the baby. It reminded me of some 2 decades ago when my son Zach was born. And wait a minute, I'm in the middle of my story, Brad, and they took the camera away.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, really? So people were calling, how's it coming along? And my husband, how they monitor your contractions, he would say, oh, she's having contractions. Oh, no, this is just a little one. Or, oh, this is a big one. Or, no, it's just a little contraction. Who was he to qualify my contractions? I didn't have any of that business. No. A contraction is a traction. And gentlemen, don't try to tell your wife it's little or big.
I detect
okay,
some
Brad,
bitterness,
you can
Brad,
go back.
some
You can go back to
bitterness.
Brad now.
Listen.
Go to Brad. Go to Brad.
That lady is not to be toyed with at 1 o'clock in the morning. Not to be crossed. Y'all, look at this. This is our Director of Digital Journalism and Content, Scott Elledge. And this is why, in a few seconds, that you're going to go back to ABC programming in just a minute. And I know y'all are all standing up and cheering that. But when we say goodnight and ABC takes back over, it's because Scott Elledge got up on a ladder and cleaned the funk off the satellite dish so that it can receive the signal from ABC, and you can have your overnight programming until Good Morning Augusta takes back over at 5 a.m. So the next 4 hours are brought to you by Scott Elledge and his efforts up there on that ladder. And here, also, another shot. That is some sort of weird shot. Oh, that's the satellite dish. Okay.
Oh.
Whose hands are those? ET's?
You know, they had to hold lights up to melt the ice so he could scrape it off.
Oh, okay. I tell you what, it is just amazing what it has taken to overcome this storm, whether you're trying to navigate the roads, if you're a tree company or a law enforcement officer or a first responder, or whether you're trying to clean snow and ice off of a satellite dish to keep a little old television station on the air, or whether you're just trying to keep your family warm by the fire. I dare say every person in the CSRA has done his or her part to try to help keep this community together. And you know what? By goodness, that's what makes the two-state the best place to live in these United States. That's what makes all of us so fortunate and so blessed to call Georgia, Carolina home, because of people like Scott, because of people like our first responders, because of people like you. Ice Storm 2014, Jenny.
I feel a God Bless America coming on right about now. Thank you, Brad. Thank you so much. The national anthem, is that playing too? Oh, I took them from the break room, okay? Oh my gosh, who knew Lay's potato chips could dominate a newscast when you have 3 punchy news anchors?
Where is Mary? You know what? Mary's in the sales
Mary's
office.
asleep.
Ed,
Don't wake her up.
Ed,
Don't
wake her up.
Don't wake her up. Don't wake Mary up.
Go force
Don't wake her up yet.
I'm
No,
afraid
no.
to do that.
No, you're
Yeah.
right.
Let Mary sleep.
Talk about someone not to be crossed.
No, I know. Seriously.
I love her, though, too.
I know.
But we got to let her sleep. She has a very, very difficult schedule, and she probably logged in 21 hours today.
Yeah,
Come on,
we're
baby.
just about done. There's still a little light freezing rain drizzle out there, but by tomorrow morning, pretty much gone. And then if we just get it above freezing for a couple hours, it'll all be a distant memory, except for those of you battling down trees and damaged rooftops and no power.
And especially for Kelvin Neal, battling postpartum issues.
And his new baby Pax.
There again, you're sympathizing with the dad?
Listen,
The dad?
Absolutely
She's
not.
the one that went through it?
no, 100% true. 100%
Don't you think ladies
true.
complain
He
way
just-
too much about childbirth?
No. He
Don't you?
just went there.
It's
It's
stressful
okay,
for everyone,
baby. It's
right?
okay, baby. It's okay.
I just know that it's stressful for both parents.
please.
Yes, the mother carries the load, no question about it. But, you know, it is definitely going to be a team effort from going forward for young Pax.
Right.
It is definitely going to be. Why do I have a feeling that I'm going to be smothered by Jenny's pillow?
Oh my goodness.
Once you guys actually get some
Watch
sleep.
where you lay your sleeping bag
Yeah,
down, Brad.
you're going to find me under Jenny's air mattress.
Sleep with one eye open tonight.
I'm not going to stay at television. I'm driving home.
Yeah.
Where's Richmond County's finest when I need them? I need a ride.
So what are we at? What about a minute and a half left to fill here?
I think
Yes.
About 2
About
minutes.
2
2
minutes.
minutes.
2
2 minutes to
minutes.
All right.
What have we not covered tonight?
I don't know.
Gino Vanelli. Gino
Oh,
Vanelli
no.
has never come up
That'll
in
fill
any
2
of this.
minutes. Go
You
ahead,
know
Jenny.
what? I think it's time. I think it's time we hear some Gino. Gino can sing us out tonight.
You know, that would be a great way
do y'all
to send
think?
people into an absolute fit of nightmares.
I think the control room's about to just go ahead and push us to black just to
You know.
protest.
Yeah,
so.
a choice.
It has
Black.
been so long since we talked about Gino Vanelli.
Can we get some
Oh, they're
weather
trying to
graphics?
cover me quick with weather graphics.
why would we want weather
How about
graphics?
that?
I think they are. So I guess they want us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been overruled.
We have been. There you
We
go.
don't have to talk weather if we don't want to, do we?
Yeah, but I guess
I guess we
they want
better.
us to. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do it.
And go ahead, you take it.
Okay, fine. Yeah, there you go. As we got some background music
Background
playing
music.
there. So we get some background music as we talk about this. This is awesome. All right, so there's a look at Live Viper 6. I guess we'll go ahead and zoom in on the CSRA and show you what's happening here. We got some of that light freezing rain still coming down. Very spotty now as it's finally we will be done with this system. It looks like by, 12 o'clock today, this will be out of here, guys.
Yeehaw.
All right,
And
thanks.
finally, y'all are done with us.
We appreciate you
We
staying
have
with
a signal.
us. On behalf of everybody here at Television Park, y'all are troopers. I'm glad you're safe and sound, and thanks for tuning in to our extended coverage of the 2014 ice storm.
And make sure you check us on the web, WJBF.com. Good night, everybody.
Good night.